I want to know where you from.
Queens, New York, as the shirt might tip off some. But yeah, good old Queens, New York, man. My birthplace, the same place that brought you Sick of It All, Run DMC, the Gorilla Biscuits, Leeway, Murphy's Law, the Ramones, things like that. Cool shit like that.
Dude, New York hardcore is like just it's near to our hearts. Just I love New York hardcore.
Same. I was getting all hyped. I have like a mix of on my iTunes that's just Sick of It All, Leeway, and Rancid. We obviously Rancid on the West Coast, but that particular, just having those three artists' complete discography on shuffle creates a very nice mix.
Yeah, I wanted to see Leeway just once, and I never got the chance to see them.
Oh my god!
But we got to see Cro-Mags cover Leeway. They got what song did they cover again?
Rise and Fall, right? They would do
they did Rise and Fall, the beginning part. Ooh.
Yeah, because we saw Cro-Mags at the Tsunami Fest in
2013.
2013, and they
with
covered with Biohazard, Madball.
That was my shit.
Agnostic Front. There was so many good bands.
Fuck, man, what a lineup!
Yeah,
that sounds like a super lineup. Those are all my favorite bands.
Yeah, I think the Casualties were on it too.
Yeah, I was about to say that the Casualties were on it too. It's crazy to see them play. See a punk band like them play a hardcore environment, because it was crazy, because it was like the one time where you saw hardcore kids and punks get along, because you necessarily don't see it on the West Coast.
Right? Yeah, that's just so cool. And just the subgenres of music paying respect to each other. And, you know, we were talking about, it's unfortunate that you never got to see Leeway. I got to see Leeway a bunch of times. One time, including the time that I gave Eddie Leeway a ride to the Ritz, where Leeway was opening for fucking Motorhead. Oh. And then I just hung out in the dressing room with Eddie and AJ and everybody all day. And then at some point, Leeway went to, I don't know if they went to sound check or they went to do something. And it was me and a few other people in Leeway's dressing room. And Lemmy and the band came into the room to meet probably who they thought was Leeway, but it was just us. That was the first time I got to meet Lemmy. But what a fucking night, what a band. And I got to stand on stage and watch Leeway play the Ritz, just to see it from that perspective, like a sold-out Ritz. And then I stood behind Lemmy's bass cabinet and just looked over that and watched Motorhead play. What a fucking day, man.
Oh, God, that's crazy. Like I said, because we love New York hardcore. Probably my favorite New York hardcore band has to be Cro-Mags. But I got to ask KG, what is your favorite? Well, besides the shirt giving it away, besides Sick of It All, who is your favorite New York hardcore band?
And I love, I have several like all-time favorites, like Sick of It All, Murphy's Law, Gorilla Biscuits, Leeway. Those are all like on the Mount Rushmore, you know what I mean? Cro-Mags and Agnostic Front are very, very high, but not the same for me. Like, in other words, it's still supremely high, but you know what I mean? But also I consider Bad Brains and Beastie Boys at their origin to be a New York hardcore band, and Bad Brains by adoption and association. You know what I mean? Like, they're a DC band, but they're pivotal in New York hardcore. They recorded in New York. They lived in New York. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think for me, like, because we, as we said, we were big on New York hardcore. That's what kind of connects all of us together. I would say for me, it was pretty much a tie between Biohazard and Madball.
Wow, yeah, fucking Madball's legendary. Biohazard, man, I love the first Biohazard record is a fucking masterpiece, the self-titled or whatever.
Yep,
man. Oh. They don't write songs like Skinny Song anymore, and I don't. Yeah. By them, I don't. By they, I don't mean Biohazard. I mean they, like the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There was one festival I always wanted to go to in New York. It was a Black and Blue Festival.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to one of those?
I went to the Super Bowl of hardcore, but that was years before it was a Black and Blue production. I have not been to the Black and Blue Bowl, formerly known as the Super Bowl of hardcore. You know what I'm saying? There was originally a Super Bowl of hardcore that was its own thing, and then there became the Black and Blue Bowl, and I think they used the Super Bowl name too, but I guess there was like, you know what I'm saying? At different times, there was different people using the name.
Yeah, the promoter, the guy who puts on that festival, he's a good guy. We got to play one of his shows. He was booking out in Albany, New York, and we got to play. Can't remember that venue in Albany. Do you remember the name of that venue?
Bogies.
Oh, Bogies. Wow. Okay. Hell yeah.
We played
with We played with Diecast.
All right, that's sweet.
Diecast and Generation Me, which is Exodus's side project.
Okay, that's dope show, dope lineup.
It's crazy, but like I said, we love New York hardcore, and we just love, like I said, Cro-Mags, Madball, Biohazard, all those.
Also, shout out to Marauder, the homies.
Oh yeah, Marauder
Sure.
too.
Yeah, I went to high school with one of the guys from Marauder. Like I switched schools between freshman and sophomore year, and I went from a school that didn't have any flavor or whatever to a school where, like, I went to school with one of the dudes from Marauder, and there was a lot of people, like, I had friends who were, like, close friends with Gorilla Biscuits guys or these guys or that guys, and that kind of, started to bring me into this world, you know what I mean? Because you're listening to, like, a Metallica or an Anthrax album, and you're loving it, and then someone's like, yo, have you heard? And then, you know what I mean? And whatever it might be, like, and you're just like, well, how good could it be? Because Anthrax is pretty sick, and then they play you Sick of It All or Suicidal Tendencies or Gorilla Biscuits or whatever. You're just like, holy fuck, man.
Then it's crazy. They have the newer bands like Incendiary. That's a newer like hardcore band, or newer New York hardcore band. They're from Long Island, and then they have ties with wrestling. You know, they're writing what's his name's theme song, Aleister Black. They're writing his theme song, and it's crazy that, you know, hardcore and wrestling have that weird connection.
Yeah. There's another band too. There's another band.
Code Orange.
Yeah, Code Orange did. They got like a lot of shine off that association, and they're perfect fit. But it is great to see these younger bands, so to speak, these newer bands that have their own spin on things. Even bands from different areas, bands like Turnstile or whoever. These bands that just go out and fucking destroy it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit that you know what I mean? It's a rare air to breathe to be able to crush a fucking stage like that. And I love it when I get to see bands like that, when someone will bring them on tour, because I might not get turned on to them if I don't get to see them. But then if they're playing with Every Time I Die or something, then all of a sudden I'm like, hello, fucking, or Sick of It All. I'm like, oh, hello, Turnstile. You guys are fucking gods, you know?
I was going to say it's crazy because with Turnstile, they remind me, like I've watched them. I've never got to see them live, but I got to, you know, see them play festivals on YouTube, like, you know, This Is Hardcore and stuff like that. And the energy they give off reminds me of so much of Bad Brains.
Yeah.
Like the vocalist is running all over the place. The guitarist is jumping all over the place. The bassist is all over the place. And the drummer is quick. He's fast. Like I said, that's what I want in a band. And they're a good band.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I was with Sick of It All for a few shows, and Turnstile was opening. I feel like that's the first way I got to see them a few times, and then I got to see them again. I think with Every Time I Die or Municipal Waste. I forget which one, but either way, it was just like these guys, because you saw them do it, you know, in a different room in a different country or whatever, and now, just. Hats off to everybody that's killing it or that was killing it. You know,
that's true, right?
Every year up until March 2020.
To check out full-length episodes, subscribe to our podcast where we post new episodes every Friday. Also, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Markoutmedia18, and don't forget to buy the merch at brainbustertees.com.